Anyway, we're back with Isaac, y'all. What have I been using for dark mode behind Isaac? I've been using, like, Globla. Not Globla. I've been using Worldla. And then opening the settings and going to dark mode. Perfect, man. Here we are. And then closing the ads. And then realizing that I'm in an incognito browser, so my extensions aren't working. So now going to it in my real browser and going settings, dark theme. Okay, perfect. Perfect, man. No, it's not an ad block. It's my extensions. My extensions weren't working, man. I'm out, y'all. See you tomorrow. Do you have to leave for work, or is it just because, like, you don't like Isaac? Because if it's because you don't like Isaac, I'm going to call you a virtue signaler. I'm going to insult you and call you a virtue signaler. I don't like Isaac, virtue signaler. You're not a virtue signaler because you don't like Isaac. You're a virtue signaler for baiting with the, I'm going to leave, guys. See you tomorrow. Who was that guy? I don't know. I've already forgotten their username and never knew it to begin with. Honestly, they're chill, though. They're chill. They were just saying, good night, y'all. I can't be mad at anybody for quoting Hawktua. What a crazy pill, guys. Crazy. We do things a little differently here. We do things a little differently here. Can I say something? Are you watching? I did say the word wrong. I'm not the only fella who has opinions on Isaac, but walking into a curse room, getting a luck down, a luck up, a pill that puts a visual filter on the screen, and then another pill that affects a stat that doesn't materially change the way you play the game is crazy game design. We gotta knock that off. Maybe we gotta minimize the pill oeuvre in the game so that you don't run into a nothing burger like that. You should just play Gungeon? No, you got it wrong again. We already covered this in the dose. You should just play Gungeon. You're doing the thing again where you're like, I want to play this game. I'm going to recommend that the streamer plays it. When you're so close, but what you need is for you to play it. And then you'll be right there. I think, this doesn't give me a charge right away, huh? Take it? My reflection kind of pisses me off, man. I know what you're probably like, that's facts, man. But you didn't go bald when you were like 17. I'm playing CZN, but I don't really want to. Easy, turn your phone off. Horf. Not Horf, that's Are You a Wizard? Okay, so Speed Up is nice, don't get me wrong. Are You a Wizard is even better, because now I just get to hang out, like, in the room shooting the poops, and then I wait for like 45 seconds for it to go away. You got anything for me? Like a Perthrow? That's a Hagalaz rune. I remember that. Good news! Hagalaz rune! I remember that. Fuck it, let's give it a chance, man. Oh, never mind, too late. My reflection is good now? Well, ever since the Peloton. It's a little better. I don't know if I say good. That's a matter of taste, but certainly better. I will say... Yesterday, my daughter, they just get on one sometimes, you know, like an electron flips in their brain and they start saying crazy stuff. She was saying, I want to see some of your videos. And that's fine. We just got to find some that are like relatively family friendly. And I'll be honest with you, it's not really like whether or not I swear. I'm not very protective about like her hearing media with bad words. I just always tell her like, hey, that's a word you shouldn't say. It's more about, like, I don't want her talking about some of the mature topics that we talk about, like baseball. So I Googled, or I YouTubed Library of Laterno, and I was just going through, like, the ones that the algorithm popped up. And there was one that was like, I don't even know if it was yours, Librarian, but it was a thumbnail of me from like 2017, or it might have actually been like 2020 or 2019, looking big. And she dead ass said, "Why did you look like that?" And I said, I laughed and I said, "You got me with that one." I don't have a good, I mean, I have like a thermodynamic answer for you, but I don't have an answer that's really gonna make sense. Range up, tears down, fantastic. Okay, that's calories in, calories out. Whatever, we'll take it, man. Why are all the pills garbage? Game was too easy. Game was a little bit too much fun. Said not on my watch, man. Followed by the room where you almost certainly must take damage. Never mind, I'm built different. Huge. Is my reflection good now? Me watching Mulan, waiting for Christina Aguilera's song to come on. The joke is that her song in that is called Reflection. Might even be called My Reflection. I don't know, I was kind of out of the game by that point. We need this. Joker. Deal with the devil? Give it to me right away. Show it to me, Rachel. It's also in the credits? Cool. That's cool. That's also cool. I mean, if the pills are going to be bad, we might as well be evil about it. I could tank one speed down, I think. One more speed down. Have you guys noticed that ever since the rise of Marvel movies, everybody sits through the credits of every single movie that they see in theaters now, thinking that there's going to be a scene at the end where, like, Elio shows up again and goes, like, he sees, like, Woody from Toy Story or something like that, and they're like, "Woody, what are you doing here?" They're never worth it? Well, neither were the Marvel ones after a certain point, to be honest, but I did this at Nosferatu, hoping that fucking, like, a werewolf would show up or some sort. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I mean, that's kind of sick, honestly. There's some aura there. I can't be mad about that. We're building a team, Jesse. You hear it? I don't think Woody ever... It's literally Tom Hanks, but I could probably tank a range down. That's Goofy, you're right. I got Woody and Goofy confused. A lot of people did that at my screening of Begonia. That might be one of the only ones where it actually makes sense. Because Yorgos comes out with like 7 movies a year. So if you stay for the credits, you might just see like a whole new movie that you didn't even know existed. You might be like, "Oh shit, second Jesse Plemons, Emma Stone movie? What the fuck?" We already took everything, right? Anyway, how you doing, Jay? How the Devils doing this year? I haven't been following hockey because I took like a week and a half to follow baseball religiously. So now I can say things like, "Oh," and the worst part is there's no baseball. You know how baseball fans talk. You know how dogs is and all that. Won 8 in a row, now stumbling through the West Coast trip. Does that mean they play the Canucks soon? I know the Canucks are still on the road. They play Nashville, I'm going to assume, late afternoon today. You got it. Remember when Putty had the devil face paint? Brother, I never forget. I use that. That's probably a top 20 reaction gift for me. And as a millennial, I use a lot of reaction gifts. We're the devils! We're the devils! I love that one, man. Yeah, I've already been there, though. I don't really want to go back. I do want to go back to the shop. I've already been there, thanks. Fuck it, we ball. Homer Smile is my new favorite. What have I done? What have I done? I'm just taking pills, bro. I don't know Homer Smile. I'll be honest with you, I don't use that many reaction gifts anymore. One of the reaction gifts that I use is Northern Lion Hairless Excited Bald Tongue Sticking Out. That's a pretty good one. Is my vision ever gonna come back, man? Or is this just what it's actually kind of sick. Like, so many, I have to respect it. So many games are designed by shareholders, or by imagining what shareholders will like the most these days, which is when games sell a lot even though nobody wants to play them anymore. The fact that this is made by a real auteur, man. He said, you know what would be funny? Hey, we can put like a Game Boy Advance filter on top of it and just kind of annoy you for like 30 seconds. And they went, do it, man, do it. That's actually kind of cool. Trust me, I relate to that. I mean, just look at the title of the stream today. It's not like people were begging for that, man. Games are awesome when they hate you. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. That's what the Chaos Zero Nightmare community needs to realize, man. It's kind of funny that when the devs say fuck you. I don't see what they're so mad about. And so I haven't played Baby Steps. But one thing I really like about the design of Baby Steps in one specific part, because I had Dan doing the man breaker up while I was on the bike today, is that they give you the man breaker, which is a hard challenge where you walk up the side of a mountain. But then they also give you a view of a staircase that you could just give up. You can just give up and walk up the staircase if you just want to get to the top. But by giving you the staircase, they're forcing you to take the mountain. And I think that's fucking sick. You strictly scenics? Yeah, I'm a scenic head. But don't get it twisted. We're going pretty hard, even though like half of the community has abandoned the Peloton now. But the classes, you know, if you like the classes, keep doing the classes. Half? I mean, and it's not so here's the way I used to go. People used to go on the Peloton for like a year or two, and then later they'd be like, I want to be a professional cyclist now. So I'm going to start doing Zwift. Now people get on the Peloton for like 6 weeks, and they're like, I think it's time for me to do Zwift now. And I'm like, you haven't suffered yet, man. You haven't suffered. You're supposed to suffer before you just go straight to Zwift. We still got like, I gotta walk all the way back. There might be like, on average, maybe like 7 riders every morning, including myself, which is still pretty good. I mean, there was a time where it was like only, my bad, y'all. It was only me and DL Guiga for a bit, man. We've come a long way, but there were times where we had like 15 or 20. But now, instead of riding on the Peloton, a lot of people also started running. And there's like a Peloton to running to, oops, I tore my ACL pipeline. It's seriously going viral in the community right now, unfortunately. But we'll get there one day. When the weather gets colder, I'm sure we'll get a few more Pelotoners back. Our apartment has a Peloton but no account attached. RIP. Landlord needs to raise the rent so that they can afford the subscription. I walked into the spike because I was looking at chat. Sorry, guys. Is there a reason you have item HUD off? Yeah, because you don't have the item HUD on in real life either. You don't really know your speed, your damage, your tiers. It's like I drive, I don't look at my speedometer. I just am like, am I scared? No, then fucking floor it, bro. We get there. It's not contrarian, it's a reaction to our data-obsessed culture. I don't need an Apple Watch, bro. I'm a white-collar worker. I ain't on the front lines. I don't need an Apple Watch to tell me I didn't do shit today. I don't need my sleep score. I just do my eyes hurt? Nah, we're probably good then. We're chilling. Ain't nobody need to know how many steps I took yesterday, especially me. My feet know how many steps I took, man. Mr. Watts per kilogram? Well, you need to know your watts, and I definitely know my kilograms. I'm talking about data that's made up, not data that's real. Yeah, why not? Why not, man? That's pretty fucking good. You're really good at this game. Thank you for saying that. This is my first time playing it. That's a really good item. Ew? What's ew? Why are so many people saying ew? This must be an anime reference. Last time I paid attention to your gameplay was like 12 years ago. You and me both, brother. It is kind of crazy to think. Honestly, and this is just, you don't have to do this because there's no way I could prove it's you, but to gain some kind of like spiritual, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess clemency would be a right way to describe it. Please say I'm sorry in chat if you were an annoying YouTube commenter when you were 14 years old. And you were saying some shit like, why are you taking all those pills down that are stats down? Stop taking all those pills that are stats down. I've left this message 20 times, even though I know that you said you recorded 15 episodes at once a week and a half ago, so obviously they're never gonna be. This is why I hate NL, even though I watch his videos every single day. I can't believe that he should work on a 0-day backlog, so when he posts the episode, if he wants to be the best YouTuber ever, he should be on a 0-day backlog, read all the comments on every single episode, so that he can incorporate all of our completely baseless feedback, and then he'll be a perfect Isaac player. You should apologize, to be honest with me. You should apologize. You should apologize and say, I'm sorry that I was a little bit annoying. And if you got offended that I just called it annoying, I look forward to your apology in 10 years. I was definitely telling you what trinkets to pick up in 2015. I'm not even going to make you apologize for that one, because I still, to this day, I don't know what trinkets to pick up. So I think you're not out of the pocket for that one. But I will say, I can't see my pill because someone just signed on to play Battlefield 6. Backseating on Twitch, a lot of people hate it, but it's not that bad. The reason it's not that bad is at least you could, like, in theory, do something about it. Backseating in YouTube comments is crazy. It's like backseating correspondence chess. It's like, buddy, I made the move 6 weeks ago. What do you want me to do? Also, like, why are you so pressed about, like, I made this to make grocery money. Why are you so pressed? It's like you're literally like writing a letter to the editor and then saying who reads newspapers these days. Like you, bro, you. You're not using an efficient form of information transmission. You will never get this. You don't deserve those broccolini. Oh, this is 2014. We weren't rocking broccolini back then. I'm trying to think of what was hot in food in 2014. That's no longer hot. Cupcakes were still popping. I know that's kind of like my go-to for food trends. Kale? Pump the brakes, kid. Kale's still pretty good. Poke has fallen off a little bit, but I do still really like it. Missed the button, y'all. Ah, that was kind of like peak. We put bacon and cereal on a donut. Yeah. I'm glad that I think we're like a little past that. And now they just make like donuts that are tasty instead of donuts that are like, we put a bunch of shit on the donut. They did surgery on a grape around then too. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Protein donuts. Guys, I have to tell you, I've never talked about my aversion to peak protein with my mom, independent of everything else. I was hanging out with my parents this weekend, and she, who is like kinda into the Instagram food trends, she told me she's sick of all the protein talk. I really feel like if your portfolio is heavily protein based, you should be concerned. You should be diversifying your macronutrient profile a little bit. Because she is the person who tells me, like routinely she'll say stuff to me, and it should go without saying, I love my mom, which is why I feel comfortable poking fun at her a little bit. Oh no. What have I done? But she has told me, and I swear this isn't an exaggeration, this is like a literal sentiment she told me. She told me, you can cook food without oil, you just put water in the pan and it turns out exactly the same. And she's always telling me, like, you don't need, like, you don't, well, she'll say, like, you don't even need to put fruit in your smoothies. Like, instead of a banana, you can just put, like, silken tofu and stuff like that. So, like, it's coming from her. And she's saying we're, like, past peak protein. So, if you're still rocking the protein latte from Tim Hortons, I think you got a rude awakening coming, is all I'm gonna say. Fuck it, bro. What do I care? Item that doesn't do anything? That's peak. In this house, that's peak. 3 of my friends got laid off last week if you need a sell signal. With no disrespect, that's unfortunately, I wish it weren't the case. That's a buy signal because that means the companies are saving money. I'm sorry to take your friend's misery as a I didn't really mean it as a joke. I was more trying to protect my audience from acting on a single point of data, but that's actually true though. I know, that's why it sucks to say. I mean, it's like, it's probably already bad enough to like lose your job, but then to see your company's stock price like go up when they release the news that you got fired, that's gotta feel like a real kick in the teeth. You guys got anything for me here? Are you a wizard? Speed? I think I could tank another speed down. Why not, man? Speed down. Librarian, any thoughts? Nah, fuck that. We're moving on. I know for sure folks have said it, but I like your sweater. Are you saying, you're saying like some shit like when you heard the knock at the door, couldn't catch your breath? Is it too late to call this off? You're saying like we could slip away and that's the type of shit that would be better? Me with nothing to say and also me in my autumn sweater? You the type of beast who would try your best to hide in an empty room? No, that's not how it works. In a crowded room, it's nearly impossible. I don't think anyone said that, Unc. Ira Glass said it. Ira Glass said it in 1998. That's huge. I can't see shit, bro. I feel like a YTMND of Geordie LaForge. Ira Glass did more than NPR. He literally used to play the cor anglais in Yola Tango. He's multi-talented. He's a hyphenate. Please shut up. He's literally like an American institution. This bit needs to end? What the? It's literally a harmless bit. It's a harmless bit to gaslight people into thinking that Ira Glass was in Yola Tango, because there's a guy in Yola Tango named Ira, and also Ira Glass has Yola Tango energy. It's a harmless bit, and you have a problem with it? I didn't know you were lying until right now. Cause he's Yola Tango coded, bro! I want to smoke crack with Fred Armisen. I'm on one today, man. Fuck. That would be crazy, though. Did he interview Yola Tango? Well, he was on an episode of This American Life doing an Ira Glass impression. I also feel like Fred Armisen kind of has Yola Tango energy. If you've ever seen Stand Up for Drummers. I always think about when someone in my chat was talking about Stand Up for Drummers, and they're like, I hate it. This is how Keith Moon drums. Okay. I think about it at least once a month. And you're gonna be like, why is it funny? I don't know how to. If you're not laughing, I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't think I'm gonna get you there. You're not missing something. It's like maybe you got something. Maybe you got something I don't got. Would you rather smoke weed with Alan Tudyk in an Olive Garden parking lot or drink cocktails with Viggo Mortensen in a nice bar? I'd rather smoke weed with Alan Tudyk in a Denny's parking lot, for sure. I don't think you could go wrong either way necessarily, but I think I'd rather smoke weed with Alan Tudyk in a Denny's parking lot. That's not what they typed? Well, that's interesting because it's what I read. Would you smoke weed with Norm Macdonald? Still might one day. Still might. Isn't he dead? Yeah, but I will be one day as well. At which point maybe we could collect on the offer. That's worth, man. You're not going to the same afterlife? No, man, you can't. Don't put that evil on Norm. I get it, okay? He shouldn't have made all those O.J. Simpson jokes. He was literally acquitted of murder. He was acquitted of murder, and thus those jokes should deny him the divine right of providence in the afterlife. But I think God would be chill about it because it was like funny as fuck. I thought you were violently atheist. I'm not violently atheist. I just wear a black t-shirt sometimes. But no, you're right. I don't necessarily believe in God, but like, I'm not trying to make enemies, you know? Cause I'm on my way to see her. Classic Pascal's Wager. I'm combining the Pascal's Wager with the Martingale betting strategy. If I lose Pascal's Wager, fuck it, I'll just double up next time. And it should work pretty well as long as I like never run out of souls or whatever. I'm hearing reports you only get one. Oh, that changes everything, man. Fuck it, I'm all in. Pascal's wager parlay, is that anything? All right, I want a rack on heaven existing. I want St. Peter having a beard when I get to the pearly gates. I want some of the tenets of Judaism were actually incorporated into Christianity, but something got lost in translation between the Torah and the Bible. This is how I win. Fuck it, bro. We ball. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Send it. Lost in translation at 150 odds. Yes, sir. What is it? Mr. Bob, what's his name? Mr. Bob Hopkins. I want you to rip your stocking. I want you to rip my stocking. John Hopkins? I used to smoke weed with him in a Denny's parking lot. I may actually lose. You gotta log off? What do you thought this is from a movie, bro? This is from Lost in Translation. That shit wasn't online. I rented it from Jumbo. I want that heart. Bob Harris. I can hear her saying it in my head. I can't say it, but I can hear her saying it. Mr. Bob Harris. Did your Jumbo video have a microplay? No, but I've seen it. It was across the street from a Nomax, though. Real Canadian shit. Steal your jokes that I killed last night? I just thought you should know. Wait. Okay, but what, Basic Swamp, what jokes were you stealing? Because I don't know the context. I have some go-to stories for people, like when I've met them for the first time and they haven't heard like the Saga of the Slide and stuff like that. I got like my Shania Twain No Mayo style stories from I Heart Huckabees, but what are you busting out at the party? I gotta know, man. My friends hate the guy who jokes. They say they're not funny. My friends hate the guy who jokes. They say they're not funny. They tell me every day. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, now why don't you get a job? I told it, okay, that one was pretty good. The one about smokers looking casual and everybody taking a vape hit looking like the thirstiest man alive. That's not a joke. That's real. Have you ever seen someone take a vape hit? They always take it like the stuff inside of the vape is air. Well, I guess you're right. I guess technically it kind of is. It's a good point. When people smoke a cigarette, they don't take like a huge fucking drag on it. Like, sure, why not, man? I guess, I mean, that's why they call it a drag, is because it like is bad for you or whatever, but. Don't tase me, bro. Sure, why not? Huge. I call every medicine Bacta. Are you running with like the nerdiest crew of all time? Because like that... Bacta's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of Star Wars nerds. All right. What is this build? There's no build in Isaac, okay? You just get what you get. Build implies intent. Help me? I'm getting out of here. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. That's Isaac 1. Build